Does self-employment really mean freedom, or is it just trading one set of chains for another? If you're thinking about self-employment, it's time to consider the reality. When we think about self-employment, we think about flexible schedule, opportunity to take vacation anytime you want, not having to listen to a manager, and the best thing is that you can never be fired because you are your own boss. My parents were both laid off 10 years ago from the same company, and even though it was illegal, the company did not give a shit about it. And that made me realize you can't trust those companies and you cannot rely on them. The only person you can rely on, that's you. We always imagine self employment means that we can reschedule our work if we're sick or if we're feeling under the weather, but it's time to take off the pink glasses and acknowledge what we forget about. I've been self employed since 2021. And right now, if I summarize all my experience, I would say if you want to work, regardless of the day and time, become self employed. I thought my strategy would work like this: build your business, build your reputation, build your fixed schedule, and then the system would work for you. No matter what you're doing, opening yoga studio, restaurant, or having a business English school like I do, your strategy would be more or less the same, but the reality would be different. The first thing that was not apparent to me that you'll have to do all jobs like marketing, sales, teaching, and if you don't outsource these jobs on time, there is a chance that you'll get trapped on the same level. For example, you're teaching yoga and there is a limit of classes you could handle in 1 month. And if you don't outsource your classes, you're put in an earning cap and it limits your growth. Though you have a bunch of customers who are interested in paying money to you, but you simply cannot accept them. I've built my reputation, it was really hard, and everyone knows me as the best business English teacher and very modest business English teacher. Come on, I'm just kidding. My schedule normally looks like this, but there is a lot more behind this picture than just a busy schedule everyone could see. If you're employed by the company, you get your hourly rate, and no matter whether you're working or not, you're at the workplace, you're paid. Behind this schedule are a lot of no-shows, canceled classes, refunds if people have some family issues. Someone could take a 1 month vacation, and you never know how much you're gonna earn every single month just because of these unexpected situations. The shop owner doesn't know how many customers he'll get in this month. Yoga teacher doesn't know how many students will come this month, and this is all unpredictable. When you're self-employed, you're taking all financial risks. For example, the student doesn't come because there is something bad happened in his or her family, and you have to make the right ethical decision without harming yourself, because in the end of the day, you are the one who end up earning nothing and you want to make things right. But if you're employed by the company, you'll get paid for this. If you're sitting in the classroom and there is no students, you'll get paid for this no matter what. If you're working in the shop and there are no customers, you'll still get paid for your shift. So it's very hard to build this line between being understanding, reasonable, and professional. You may have some goals, but the reality could be different, and in the end of the day, you don't know how much you're gonna earn. By the way, if you like this video, please support me by clicking the thumbs up button. In the first 2 years, the lack of benefits did not bother me because I was just glad that I can cancel everything and just go to sleep if I'm sick. No paid leave or sick days, I was fine with that. But then over time, I started noticing a pattern that you can go on holidays because you feel guilty, and you're guilty that your business is not running at the moment. You have some people messaging you on holidays and trying to discuss some work related questions, and you end up having a very short holidays because A, you're guilty, and B, when you don't work, you don't get paid. And that's not right to feel guilty when you go on holiday once a year. So this idea has been in my head for a long time. You work, you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid. These days, a lot of people prove that you don't need to work stupid hours to earn a lot of money. All you need is just to work smart. This is something we're still learning how to do. I would say self-employment has had a massive impact on our work-life balance. Let's imagine your boss asks you to work on your day off, and more likely you will reject and say, "Oh, sorry, I'm busy." But when it's your business, you tend to say yes. And I would say don't get into this trap. When we just started being freelance teachers, we picked up any job that was available because our schedule was not very busy. On average, we were working like 2 or 3 hours a day, so we did not mind working on our days off. But the problem was that later on, our schedule has become packed, but we still kept doing this. We kept working 2 or 3 hours on our days off. Though there was one thing we forgot about, working on our days off is not normal, and that is a massive downside because you can't stop. Once you got into this habit, you just can't stop doing this. For example, if you're running a bakery and the electricity stopped functioning, how would you spend your day off? Probably you would spend your day off fixing this problem. But if you're employed by the owner of this bakery, you'll just enjoy your day off because it's none of your business and he's responsible for dealing with this problem. Sometimes it gets really difficult and overwhelming because you're not guided by anyone and you don't know whether you're doing right or wrong. You can't predict the next step and you don't know how to act in the future. Like, even should you increase price or decrease price? Should you work more or less? Now, the main question is, would I do it all again? In this case, I would say definitely. Make sure you watch the next video to find out whether positives outweigh negatives. If I'm going to quit being self-employed, or maybe it's worth it. As for now, let me know what are your thoughts about self-employment. Thanks for watching this video and see you later.